Hello everyone and welcome finally back to F1 Championship Edition, and today we have a triple header because it's the season finale. We've got China, I don't know what the other races are. China, Japan and Brazil. There we have it. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you with no salty intro, crafty intro. We're going to get straight to the Chinese Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Shanghai circuit in the far east of China. Qualifying is about to begin, and as always, we'll be hearing
about to begin.
Who earns that coveted pole position. First, though, session 1 is about to get underway, and we'll find out who will be making up the other end of the grid.
Right, I can't actually ever remember driving this track on this game, because to be quite honest with you, I don't remember a lot of things. But we've made a little mistake at the turn. When it's raining, of course it is. We struggle massively in the rain, and the dry actually, for that matter. Actually, no conditions are good for this car, but surely we've only got 3 races left in this woeful team. Or it could all go wrong and we're here next season and I'm crying again. I tell you what, I would promise there's no season 2 if we are still in this car. I can promise you that now. But we make a bank line. There's a 45-0, but we will go again because there was a few mistakes. There was a lot of mistakes, a few errors, like this one. I think I'm trying to make up for the lack of pace by just trying to brake late, turn in early, get a car, but he just doesn't do any of that. But anyway, we are poor here, really poor. I think I blame the driver, anyways, dearie me.
Turn up the sound on your TV. We are only moments away from the start of the Chinese Grand Prix, coming live to you from the Shanghai race circuit. The first Chinese Grand Prix took place in 2004. Although a relative newcomer to the F1 calendar, the Shanghai circuit, designed by the famed Hermann Tilke, is state-of-the-art. It's also the most expensive Formula One facility ever made, costing a staggering $240 million US. There's a light drizzle falling at the moment, and it doesn't show any signs of easing off. That's going to make the track very slippery. Giancarlo Fisichella will start from pole. Jenson Button is alongside him on the front row. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fernando Alonso. They are followed by Felipe Massa in 5th. 6th is Rubens Barrichello. Michael Schumacher lines up in 7th. 8th is Kimi Raikkonen.
Right, we line up on the grid now. It is raining again. My days. I really hope if we end up in a better team next season, the car and me are better in these conditions, because we have nothing but struggles. But we tend to be alright off the line, so if we can get away well, we're away. There's James, go. We're away, we're not away well. What's going on? Outrage, I can he say nothing? Let's try to sweep around the outside into turn 1. We don't gain nothing. We've lost time. Which is a little bit unlike us, because we do usually gain quite well in the first lap, because I think they are just slow on every game ever made on the first lap. It used to be a big Codemasters problem. But we've actually done alright. Turn 2 and 3, we seem to have done alright. We've got set up with a P18, and we've got to remember it's those 15, 16, 17 is going to massively help us in our reputation level. Someone's blown up already. Who's that out? Is that Alonso's out of the race, so that's going to boost us a position, thankfully. Because it does help massively when the car's in front, break down. So, we just get swept up there by Mark Webber. So he comes flying past. We've got no speed. We've got no grip. I'm pretty certain that's a car, but that's just so slow. I'm pretty certain this team was put together to keep Sato in the team as well. He was sacked off by race 3. We've been the lead driver since the 3rd day. That's like being promoted to manager, but you haven't even finished your first shift. Anyway, after that, I really hope there's less moaning next year. But we'll see. We are 19th. We've just overtaken Montero for P18. You see, Mark Webber's ahead. I don't know if we're going to have a pace for him, but I'll take an 18th because it means we've beaten the cars around us. That's really all we can do in some GPs. But we're in the pits. We are in the pits. It's going to continue red. I don't know if it dries up. The races will obviously be longer next season because of... I just wanted to get through the first season, clear out Super Aguri. But fingers crossed with the longer races. I don't know, however, if we've been held. That's not good. But yeah, I don't know if the weather changes. So if it starts wet, I don't know if it dries up. I don't know if that was a thing back then. The game is 2007. But it was pretty much a copy of the 2006 game, so I don't know if it would have that. They say the clouds get getting darker, but I don't think. If someone could correct me on that, then please do. But I don't think it does. But we are in P18. It's not been a great race, excitement-wise. Hence why we've jumped ahead. We are on the final lap, final corner. We're going to cross the line. P17. Must have been a retirement I forgot to show you, but. Again, it's the 17th. Just get it to the end. It's 17th. Beat the cars around us.
Wonderful stuff. Shanghai has provided yet another fabulous Grand Prix for us to absorb. This track seems to get better year after year, and thankfully there were no dislodged drain covers to contend with. Overall, I think the Chinese race organisers can be very proud of the show they put on there. So well done to them. Next, it's over to Japan in 7 days' time for the penultimate round of the 2006 season. As always, it should be a huge technical effort to get these cars tuned just right for those sweeping S's and the wonderful spoon curve, as well as keeping it on the track for the 290 kilometers per hour 130R. I can't wait. See you next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Right, so it's now time as we jump to Japan. But before that, we've been offered a new deal from Super Aguri. Now, that is worrying. So, we will have a little EO contract. Just want to keep us aboard. Of course they do. They're nothing without me. But if we look at the recruitment section, Williams rejected us again. Do you know, Williams want you to have race wins. That is bold. That's the contract. We are not signing that. So... sack the whole thing off and let's just jump straight to the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, look at them corners. Those corners are worrying for me in this car. My blood sugar level, not blood sugar levels, not cholesterol. Oh, blood pressure, that's where I'm after. My blood pressure will be raising. But we crack on, we move, we head towards the first corner. We throw it into the first corner, and we are... I thought I was going to beach myself up on the car. We just stop. The brakes are really sharp on this game. Not really going fast enough, and we're off the road. Whoa, who's this? Is that Spon? That's not that's Montero. Oh! But if you jump back to the garage, double lively, they fix the car up before you can go out. Sneaky. But anyway, we have not set a representative lap time just yet, because that was... I think it was our... Yeah, we haven't even set a lap yet. With 2.5 minutes to go. Can we get a car stopped for the hairpin? We can. We have 19 turn-ins for the hairpin. Back on the power 15 times as well, because we're just not confident with anything. But the issue being is, we are about to make a catastrophic mistake. Because here, I'm letting all the cars through, because I completely forgot that the session just ends at 0, whether you're on a fast lap or not. And I realised I would have to do a 1 minute 30-ish to get through, and that wasn't ever going to happen, so yeah. What an absolute disaster. I blame the team.
Hello
and welcome to Suzuka for what promises to be another exciting dose of Formula One action. This is the Japanese Grand Prix. The Suzuka circuit was originally built by Honda back in 1962 and was added to the Formula One calendar in 1987. Suzuka also has the distinction of being the only figure-of-8 circuit in F1. With 18 turns, 3.69 miles per lap and the SS complex of corners near the start, the drivers love it here at Suzuka. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. It's pole for Juan Pablo Montoya. Second on the grid is Michael Schumacher. They're followed by Fernando Alonso in third, Massa fourth. In fifth place is Jenson Button. Giancarlo Fisichella is next to him in sixth. Seventh spot on the grid for Kimi Raikkonen. Jarno Trulli occupies 8th on the grid.
Well, we're on the grid of Japan. Surely we'll go better than China. We are not doing well in the Asian races. But a good start. Usually off the start in the dry, we are tickety-boo. So we did qualify behind Ide, but less said about that the better. Because that's not really something we like to admit or discuss. And there he is, the words today. We've got a yellow front wing. Oh, what's going on here as we head round? Are we going to be able to sweep a few positions here? There's always been a crash. Don't do a Monza, Sneak through. Oh, crafty Rani and stuff. Whoa, we're getting loads of positions. 10th? Quite a jet lag being this high. Exquisite. I will take buttons out. That was button. We're in 9th. Look at the Japanese. Will be steaming with JB. He could have had points. Got Ralf Schumacher just ahead of us. Fair enough. We're going to have a little look at the replay. But I think it was Raikkonen that triggered the whole thing. I'm not really sure what happened. No, it's just a few cars coming back on and swinging on. I didn't give you any of that crash. I apologise. But this is what it looked like. That's poor. You see us sweeping through. There's Rosberg. There's Massa. I haven't figured out the buttons for it. And I show you that. I didn't need to show you that. And why is that in there? But we're up to P9. But we've got Thiago Montero. Taking up shot behind us in P10. He is having a great day. David Coulthard is just behind him though. His car works. So that could be worrying for us later on in the race. But if you just defend, like I'm talking weave. Because we're in P8. That is a point. I'll take it almost. I thought I was at the creek then. But we'll let James give you the order. No, we won't, because we'll cut ahead, because we just have no idea how we've edited this. We'll come to the hairpin. DC has overtaken Montero, a 4P9, and he is definitely, someone has blown up. Trulli's out. Is he ahead of us? Oh, we almost ended up in the... Oh, I spent a god on that oil. But as if it's a P7, this is great for us. Home Grand Prix. They will have a rod on for me when I arrive back at the paddock. I will take it. But anyway, there's some more oil. Try to stay off the racing line because it's usually where it is. That's a disgraceful... How have I been done like that? Great exit. But the problem is we're right on the... Oh, we're done on the oil. Massa, I'm a throw hands. I'm a throw hands at Massa. How dare he? He won the 2008 championship back. Even though that hasn't actually happened in this era yet. So ignore me. But we've got 4 laps to go. We're in P6. We haven't pitted yet, I don't think. No, we have... Oh, Montero, you dusty little... You. That's just the poshest way that's ever been said. But back on the pad, get the slipstream. He's got a decent little Cosworth engine in the back of his motor. And we've got Webber coming in with his Cosworth engine. But we have got some slipstream. We have got some pace. Oh, we're out. No.
It's Montero.
I gave him room. I gave him room.
Very lucky indeed.
And do you know what? He gets to continue. That is a disgrace. I'm a throw hand. No one's safe in this paddock.
He's got away scot-free. He's up from second.
Ide finished 5th.
This really is a magnificent circuit, and it always brings us a fascinating race.
Oh my lord, Ide finished 5th. I don't care what you're saying at me, Brundle. Ide finished 5th. As he jumped us, he's got 1 less point than us. Ide out of nowhere, staking a claim.
With 3 Japanese-owned teams in the running, and so we embark on our final trip.
Oh, Ide.
To São Paulo, Brazil.
That's helped in the constructors, surely. Yeah, we're at the 8th. We stayed 8th. Ide finished 5th. It could have been us. That could have been us.
Thanks for joining us, and goodbye.
Oh no. It has to kind of go well in Brazil. It really has to go well in Brazil. But we're going to look at the information. This is the Drivers' Championship, because I didn't really look at it. I was more worried about Ide finishing 5th. But Michael Schumacher is the world champion of 2006, or Championship Edition Season 1. Massa, it's all to play for. Probably more all to play for, really, from 2nd down to 5th. But really, probably just the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. No one else really taking a claim there because they're not really close enough. But have a look at the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari won that like 4 races ago. Renault and McLaren are still going to battle it out for second place. Honda there. Toyota have not had a good season. But we're straight into Brazil. We ain't giving no time, apparently.
Session 1 is about to start, so let's find out who'll be making.
But we'll jump out onto the track, qualifying as per usual. I will say one thing though. Brazil has been a nice track to me over the years, over the games, over the everything. I'm over the moon. So if we're going to get a good result to end the season on a high, I think this is probably a good place. Obviously that the rest of the teams roll out as we're out a little bit wide there. But we'll come out again. We're P19 at the moment. Qualifying's been so up and down for us this season. It's not really... It fluctuates massively from one race to the next. So it's very difficult to tell going into a Grand Prix if we're going to be good or not. So I don't really have any information to give you, which is poor. I'm very aware of that. But P18 at the moment, this is going to be our last lap of the session. And we come across the line to not complete our time. And what is the point in even trying anymore? This is what I think of your car.
Here in Interlagos, 2.7 miles of tortuous and somewhat scary tarmac on the outskirts of São Paulo. This is the Brazilian Grand Prix. They are serious about their motorsport here in São Paulo. They adore their heroes like Fittipaldi, Senna, Massa and Barrichello. It's another classic circuit Interlagos, anti-clockwise, very quick, and there are several genuine overtaking opportunities. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race. Kimi Räikkönen heads the field. Next on the front row is Giancarlo Fisichella. Felipe Massa is in third. Michael Schumacher is next. Trulli takes fifth. Juan Pablo Montoya takes sixth. Fernando Alonso is seventh. David Coulthard follows in eighth.
Right, for the final time in Season 1, and fingers crossed for the love of God, I'm praying for the last time with Super Aguri. We're taking that Union Jack helmet somewhere else, are we? Possibly, maybe, don't really know just yet, but it's a decent start. We have got Barrichello in front of us, he's behind us now. We are weaving in and out of the track. We've got a Red Bull there, how dare he. We've got Williams up the inside. There's a dog barking at the back. I don't care, he's not my dog. We've got Toyota to the right. We've got JB. We want to disrespect JB as we come around the outside. He's got a bit more pace than we have, so maybe we won't be disrespecting JB. I won't be disrespecting JB anyway. I like JB. 2009 world champion. He is champion 3 years, bro. 3 years you'll be on the grid. Anyway, I've lost complete track of everything I was doing. I punched the mic, so if there's a bang, I apologise, but you don't care, I don't care, so what's the point? Let's just crack straight on. Heidfeld's ahead. Heidfeld's ahead in 9th. In 10th, but JB just throws it up the inside. Don't get slick. Great hair. Slick. Oh, what is the point? The nose is down, but we didn't get a penalty for it because the FIA on this game are a little bit questionable. But it has bumped us up a position into P10. So that's actually a decent start for us. The front pack, like button ahead, they're going to clear off, but that's Heidfeld straight up the inside. We've touched Heidfeld a lot here. I'll be expecting a lawsuit at some point over the course of the next few weeks from his manager. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to progress from 10th, but I will take a P10 because it massively helps reputation. That's really what we're going for. We are going to make a pit stop, coming into the pits for fresh tyres, for some fuel on the next lap. But oh, it's a stunning exit out of there. They are so slow out of there. But you say that JB and Coulthard are not too far ahead. So if all goes well, which it very rarely does, points? I was worried about saying points because if something bad happens. But we're having a P7 because obviously we're pitting in this lap. There's something blown up. It's JB, it's a Honda engine. Weave out of the way of the oil. Goodbye, JB. Right, that puts us up into what would be a net, 9th? P6 currently, net P9 after the pit stops, unless it all goes up the creek. Someone else is gone. That's P8. That was Ralph Trulli. That was. But yeah, that should put us in net P8. If we have a decent stop here, get a car stop so we don't I don't think you can spec. It just stops you dead. I tried to do it in Canada.
That's a leap of 6
We need a good stop here,
places.
boys. It's anti-clockwise, so you will struggle.
UNC is in 5th place.
Oh, he's forgotten hard one. What a weapon. Absolute unit. What is going on? I'm trying to fight for points here in an hour. Right, that's not gone too well for us, but we exit the pit lane. Decent outlap. We can see where we're going to come out. Points are still on the... Do you know what? That's a fitting way to end this season. In the garage, damaged.
Fascinating season with all manner of twists and turns to the story. It's been a wonderful journey for me and a real privilege to cover this.
E-Day finished 8th. You got a point. We level on points with E-Day.
It's been challenging at times.
What the actual... How have all of those retired? Schumacher's out, we don't care, he left. What the actual... We're level on points with E-Day. E-Day getting back-to-back points. Just calm. We actually finished behind him. Technically, we finished behind him. That is outrageous. But this is the end of the season. We haven't given an offer from... That is outrageous. I'm still not happy with that. Fucking same amount of points as E-Day. We weren't even driving to start the season. We've got the end of season party. I'm going to get absolutely leery. Call a couple of people. Just go and cuss them all out. They can't build a car. Maybe the future at Honda might not be too good after tonight. But what's the recruitment looking like? You see, that's the problem. We're going to have to apply for Super Aguri. We're going to get another season of torture. We're going to have an absolute another season of torture. It's got to be bad. Do the cars get better? Let's get this party. Oh my days. What is the point? Another... That was our thingy. We didn't get no wins, didn't get no points. We got 5 points, which is the same amount as E-Day. I'm not letting that go anytime soon. But we're going to have a quick gander in the recruitment bit. We have been given a successful application, so the job's ours pretty much if we want it. But, people, look. It is steamy, and I will see you for Season 2. Unless we end up with Super Aguri and you're not getting nothing, so bye-bye.